Hey everyone, and welcome to my video. I know it's been so long since I've done a normal vlog, and I'm very sorry. It's been a lot of stuff going on back at school, just a lot of stuff. Anyway, I actually want to talk about something a little bit more serious this time. So I wanted to make this vlog because of what I was going through around this time about last year. So if you guys don't know, end of March, like middle to end of March to beginning of April, is normally when seniors in high school start, hearing back from the colleges that they applied to and all that, whether it's acceptance or rejection, either one. But so around this time last year, um, actually, before this happened, I had flown down to LA in February to audition for some of the schools that I really wanted to go to. And then around this time, I started hearing back. And I applied to about 5 schools, 2 in California, the rest on the East Coast. And at about this time, I got rejected from every single school I applied to. And that was really, really, really rough, especially when not a lot of people knew. Like, it took me a while to even tell my parents. I think the first person I told, besides my best friend, of course, was my English teacher, because I was just like, I don't know who else to talk to about. So I told her. But before I tell you what she said, it was hard because you'd be in class and then you'd hear people around you like, oh hey, guess what, I got into this school, I've decided I'm gonna go here, and then, which is just so great to hear. And then of course you get people asking you like, oh, have you heard back, like where have you heard back, where have you been. It wasn't even like usually like where have you heard back from, it's where have you gotten into. That I think was the worst, because there's that moment of you're just like, oh my god, what do I say? I didn't get anywhere. I've literally no idea what I'm doing with my life right now. I don't know what's gonna happen after I graduate high school. I don't know. So of course I just be like, I haven't heard back yet. That was like my answer. Um, yeah, or I'd be like, oh, like I didn't. There were like 2 schools that I applied to that I didn't really care if I only applied because they had really good theater departments, and I knew I wasn't gonna get in, but I applied anyway, and I was like, yeah, like I didn't get into these schools, but I'm waiting to hear back. Oh my god, that it was not a fun time. And so the first person I told, besides my best friend, was my English teacher, and I told her because she would help people with their college essays, and I was like, I don't know who else to tell. And I really liked her. I still like, she was one of the best teachers I've ever had. She was great. So I remember I like went into her classroom and I was like, I want to tell you something. She's like, okay. I was like, I got rejected from every school I applied to. And she was just like, oh, because like when you're a senior, I feel like when you're like an English teacher for seniors and like you hear something like that, it's just like, oh my god. But she was really great. I got upset, of course, and she was just like, she's like, have you told your parents yet? And I'm like, no, no, I'm so scared to. She's like, I know you don't want to, but you need to tell your parents. But the first thing you need to do is you need to go to our school at a college counselor. So you need to go to the college counselor, get an appointment with her, and um, then you can tell your parents and be like, no, it's okay, like I'm meeting with the college counselor, I'm going to figure out like other options and what else to do. So that way it just makes it a little easier. And I was like, okay. And I'll never, she's looked at me, she's like, this really isn't fair. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, it's not fair. She's like, I really wish we could give report cards for compassion or friendliness or kindness, because you are a great person and you don't deserve this. And hearing that was just really great. It was really hard to tell my parents, probably more so my mom than my dad, just because I don't know. Um, my mom tends to put a little bit too much pressure on me. But before I'd actually heard back from all of these schools, my parents had written me a letter, and I still have it. And basically, the gist of it is like, you're gonna start hearing back from schools, whether it be acceptance or rejection. We just want to let you know, like, we're proud of you no matter what. Like, we've always been proud of you. We always will be proud of you. No school can determine that. And that was really great, but I was still really scared. And I told my parents, and of course, like, they were upset, but they were just like, like, it happens. Um, and I ended up meeting with that college counselor. She gave me a couple ideas. And then I met with a college counselor outside of my school, and she helped me apply to 5 more schools that had later applications. And it was still like just really rough at this time. It was just it really sucked hearing all of your friends being like, I got in here, and you're over here like, I didn't get in anywhere. And it was really hard for me because, I want to be an actress. I wanted to be like a theater major, acting major, that kind of thing. And when you want to go for that kind of major, most of your application is based on your audition. And so to hear I got rejected, most likely because of my audition, it was really rough. And it didn't help that I auditioned for a show during this time as well, and I was told I had a great audition and that the director was super impressed, and I didn't get in. It was this whole kind of thing of, what am I even doing? Like, should I even like try and be an actress? Like, I can't even get into a show. I can't even get into schools. Like, what am I doing? And it was hard. I'm not gonna lie. It was a rough time. Um, but I applied to 5 other schools, and I didn't audition for them. I sent in an acting resume, or I'd fill out like a separate acting application as well as with my original application. And I got into not only every school, but every theater department. And that kind of made me think, like, oh, maybe there was something wrong with those other schools. But also, something that my dad told me, that has become basically like my life motto and is something that I will remember for the rest of my life, is during this time, it was really hard. And my dad would always just be like, look, everything has a way of working itself out. He's like, I know it may not feel like it at this moment, but no matter what, everything will work out. And he was right, like he usually is. But no, he was right, and everything did work out. I mean, I'm almost done with my first year of college. I'm a theater major. I figured out my minor. I've met some really great friends. I'm in a show right now. Everything has worked out. And I'm really lucky that my parents were pretty supportive about it. I remember one time my mom and I were just talking, and she just kind of looked at me and went, they made a mistake. And I was like, what are you talking about? She's like, those schools you're getting into. She's like, they made a really big mistake. And just hearing things like that was really great. But the reason I wanted to make this vlog, not only because this happened around this time last year, but it kind of just goes to show you, like, how much can change in a year. Like, a year ago, I was probably crying myself to sleep every night, freaking out about my future. I thought I was going to have to either, like, take a gap year, or which I didn't want to do because I didn't want to live at home anymore, or I'd have to go to community college, which I didn't want to do because I wanted to get out of my town and go somewhere else. And I was freaking out about that. And then a year later, I am in another state, at another school, doing what I love, majoring in what I love. And I know that maybe some of you are going to start either have heard back or going to start hearing back from schools around this time if you are a senior. And I just want to let you know, like, no matter what happens, even if you get like rejected from some, rejected from all, it doesn't matter, because you are still like an amazing, wonderful, smart person, and those schools are wrong for not accepting you. And I just want to tell you that, coming from personal experience. And I know it's going to be hard if you do get rejected. I know it's going to be hard, and there's going to be a lot of doubt, but don't doubt yourself, because those schools that didn't let you in are wrong, and those schools that did or will are correct and made the right decision. And everything has a way of working itself out. I promise. I really do promise, because every time something goes bad, I tell myself that. And this is going to be my advice today, is that whenever something goes bad, just tell yourself everything has a way of working itself out, because it's 100% true. Every bad thing that has happened since then, I have told myself it's okay, because everything has a way of working itself out, and it does, and it gets better, I promise. And I just want to let you know I'm here for you. If you want to talk to me, you can leave a comment, and we can, or whatever, message me, we can talk. I'm here to support you, and I just want to let you know I love you guys, and everything will be okay, okay? Until next time. Bye.